Hello class, Mr. Geisler here today, and we're going to talk about using proportions as models today and using them in scale drawings. So one example would be, is using proportions as a model. If you hiked out to the volcano was 500 feet high in real life, and it cast a shadow of 100 feet because the sun's over here, let's say, okay, and it's casting a shadow of 100 feet. You're standing next to the volcano. You're 6 feet high. How long would your shadow be? What we could do is we could do a proportion. So we could do the height of the volcano, which is 500 feet, has a shadow that is 100 feet. Now that's equal to your height, because we're going to the height of the volcano is proportional to your height all over. We don't know what the shadow is, so we're going to call that shadow S. Okay? Now, you can use any variable you want. So we're going to cross multiply this, okay? And we have 500. S equals 6 times 100. 6 times 100 is 600. Now we're going to divide both sides by what? By 500. Simple proportion solving. And this is 1, so this is S. Your shadow is equal to 600 divided by 500, which is 6/5. We could write that, we could knock off all these zeros, okay? Or we could write this as 1.2, okay? So your shadow is going to be 1.2 feet long, okay? And that's how you could figure it out without even measuring it. You wouldn't even have to take a measuring stick and measure it out. Now, let's say you're going to go camping. You set up a tent. And the tent is 8 feet long. Okay, you know that. Okay? And it says on the package 10 inches equals 8 feet. So this is actually 10 inches in the drawing. Okay? So in the drawing, it's 4 inches high. So the question is, how tall is a tent for real? In other words, how high is it? Okay? For sleeping in. So we're going to use the scale that 10 inches is 8 feet. So I'm going to write this as 10 over 8. We have to remember this is in inches and this is in feet. Okay? And that's equal to, we know in the drawing it's 4 inches, right? So I'm going to put that 4 where? On the top or on the bottom? I'm going to put it up on the top because the inches are up on top. All over X. I'm going to call that X. So I want to know in real life how many feet long or high it is. Okay? So I'm going to cross multiply. I get 10x equals 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is what? 8 times 4 is 32. Okay? And now I'm going to divide both sides by what? Whatever's in front of the variable, which is 10 in this case. And I get x is equal to 32 divided by 10. 10 goes into 32. See here, 3 times 10 is 30. Subtract, you get 2, bring down the 0. I'm going to put a decimal here, right? So 10 goes into 20 twice. 2 times 10 is 20. Subtracting, you get 0. So it is going to be 3.2 feet high. And think about 3.2 feet. That's about this, probably about this tall. Okay, so it's about that tall. All right. Okay, and that's what we're going to work on today. Is working with scale drawings and word problems.